Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. Why is this microphone fighting me? Welcome to another stream, ladies and gentlemen. We're here to talk about Liverpool Football Club. I'm nothing but Liverpool Football Club. The stream was going to be a scheduled stream anyway. I mean, Vel made the thumbnail earlier on. You get me? And we're here. So big up to every single one of you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing. We're only 5 subscribers away from 43.5k. So let's try get there, ladies and gentlemen. Every single one of you guys right now, please. Let's try get there. Let's get to 43.5k. And there's a lot for us to unpack today. There's a lot for us to discuss. There's a lot for us to speak about, because it's a very important speaking topics, you know, when it comes to whether it is Kvaratskhelia, whether it's Liverpool Football Club, whether it's the end for certain people who I did tell you that this is going to be their last year. And, you know, whether it's in the summer or now, Toka, we will be free. We will be free. Big up to all of you guys. Slap up the like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're yet to do so. And I don't want to keep interrupting myself to say like and subscribe. So like and subscribe, innit? Like and subscribe. Mods keep pushing as well. Let's get to 100 likes ASAP. I don't know how. This is probably his third account. Gakpo is better than him. Gakpo has been excellent this season. We need a centre back, midfielder, left back, and much more. Kvaratskhelia is overhyped. Then he says we don't need a left winger. Serie A tax. Players are known for coming that league and flopping. 5 goals in 17 Serie A games. Keep him far away. You are everything wrong with a Premier League fan. And I know this is an insult and a bad word, but this is why fans of the Serie A call Premier League fans premtards. Kvaratskhelia would be the best winger at Liverpool, not called Mohamed Salah. The only winger at Liverpool that's better than Kvaradona is literally Salah and no one else. And this just shows your limited knowledge of Italian football, your limited knowledge. I promise you can't even name 3 Napoli players. You can't. You probably say Osimhen, but you don't know that he's on loan at Galatasaray. You're everything wrong. You're literally everything wrong with like a Premier League fan who knows nothing about any other league, doesn't watch anything else. You know, at least I watch some La Liga because it's free on beIN Sport, and I watch a little bit. I am aware of at least a couple of things that happen in La Liga. You know, I can name like a couple of players from a couple of teams, you know, big up Las Palmas. But you're just so unaware. I promise you have not watched more than like 3 90-minute games of Kvaratskhelia your whole life, because your opinion stinks. Your opinion actually stinks, to be honest with you. It's just absolutely delusional. Kvaratskhelia is the best winger at Liverpool, not called Salah. Mark my words. Wait, what's going on? Someone explain. Just woke up. We're going to talk about it now, Habibi. Don't worry. We're going to get straight into it. Husam, get him out of this chat. F that Ray fraud. Shall we start another ban Ray fund? I've banned him already. I've banned him on 3 accounts. He made the 4th. What can I do, Ed? He's addicted. He's addicted to screaming like a fraud. It is what it is. What can I do, Ed? Husam is a fraud. Been busy slandering Diaz for not scoring enough, but hypes up this bum Kvaratskhelia who has 5 goals in 17 Serie A games. You know, I don't even need to say anything. Don't even need to say anything. See? Look at what the chat are saying. You're making a fool out of yourself. You're quite literally making a fool out of yourself. Most players from Serie A flop in this league. Wow. So you wouldn't take Bastoni to play centre back and left back? You wouldn't take Nicolo Barella? There are many players I can mention you from the Serie A. Did you know that Rudiger came to Chelsea from the Serie A? There's a lot of things about the Serie A you are clueless about. Do you know that the likes of Lobotka makes us better? There's a lot of things you're just unaware of. So what I want you to do is sit back. Just listen for once, because you always speak. You never listen. Just listen for a change. Do something different in your life for once and listen. Do you know that Mohamed Salah came from Roma? Do you know that Alisson Becker came from Roma? Do you know that Sandro Tonali came from AC Milan? I can mention you 100 examples of Serie A players that cooked in the Premier League. So stop waffling. Stop waffling. Man's talking about Serie A when our best player, the best player in the world, used to play for Roma, you idiot. Kvara would be the best left winger in the Premier League. And listen, I'm going to lead with this. Madridista, you see, he's a Moroccan guy. He's a Madrid fan. He lives in Denmark. You get me? He knows what he's talking about. When a Madrid fan is saying he'd be the best left winger in the league, he knows what they're talking about. And I'm just going to get straight into it. Like the video and subscribe, as I said. Big up Rere for the super chats, even though none of them make sense. Big up to Madridista. Big up to Omar Rushdie. Big up to everyone who supports the channel. And listen, I'm going to say this once and for all. Let us analyze the situation. Let us analyze the situation. Who has revealed that Liverpool are interested in Kvaratskhelia? Ornstein, FSG Shill, Paul Joyce, FSG Shill. As a certain Chelsea fan would say, brown envelopes. The reason why I don't think this is PR for the following reason. I am the biggest hater of Fenway Sports Group you'll find on the planet. But I'll tell you why this isn't PR. This is negative PR, if anything. This is not positive PR. I'll tell you why. The club briefed Ornstein for him to release that article. The club has briefed Paul Joyce in order for him to release that article. If we give 2 briefs in a period of 6 months and lose out on both of them, this is not good PR. This is bad PR. This is completely bad PR. If we lose out on Zubimendi and we lose out on Kvaratskhelia a year after we lost out on Caicedo, there is no such thing as PR. This is negative PR of anything. This is not positive PR. This is not good PR. This is bad PR. There's a lot of things that people need to understand. First of all, the PSG situation. Let's just analyze that straight away. With Paris Saint-Germain, PSG have wanted Kvaratskhelia for a while. This is not new. I know Abdi Has can confirm this because I think he's the one that gets involved with a lot of transfer news in the summer as well, and he's always sharing information. For the guys who are unaware, Kvaratskhelia was set to go to PSG last summer anyway. This is not new. Like they've wanted him literally since last summer. If I'm not mistaken, someone correct me if I'm wrong. I believe that Kvaratskhelia and PSG had like personal personal agreements and everything for last summer anyway. So the PSG thing is not new. We knew that the guy, PSG are interested in him. And if I'm, I hope I'm not wrong on this. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I think him and PSG almost came to an agreement last summer anyway. So this is not news. The whole PSG conversations. So we knew with Paris Saint-Germain, yes, he's wanted at that football club. Now, here's where PR becomes relevant. Liverpool PR, Premier League PR, if you want to talk about PR, is a lot stronger than PSG PR. Meaning that despite the fact that we do operate like a B word in the transfer window, we are an attractive club. The way that we behave does not change our attraction levels. Like, we are attractive to go to. There are players around the world that dream one day of playing for Liverpool Football Club. Let's look at the optics of the situation. Fellow Georgian international teammate Mamardashvili is going to become a Liverpool player this summer. He is a Liverpool player anyway. He's just out on loan, essentially. He's a Liverpool player. Mamardashvili, who's a Georgian player, essentially is a Liverpool player. Now, I have to analyze this objectively, and I have to be objective on the way I talk about this. First of all, let's confirm something. I told you guys this last summer, and I explained it to you guys. Because Michael Edwards is back, everything is going to be swept under the rug now. No one really has transfer insider information. And anyone who claims he does is BSing. No one knows anything. As a matter of fact, you're probably closer to knowing something about knowing something through someone than a journalist is. And ITKs now in the Liverpool world, it's simply impossible to actually get an accurate ITK. Myself included, even though I'm not an ITK, it's very difficult to get information out of Liverpool Football Club because everything is hidden now. We're back to the old days of like just waking up and suddenly we've signed Fabinho. Here's what makes our conversation different. There's 2 players I would like to introduce all of you to. I hope Toka's watching this right now because this is our moment, Toka. There's 2 players I would like to introduce you to. Federico Chiesa, Spaghetti Mafia, big up. And Darwin Nunez, big up. This is the beginning of the end, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about the positives. There's a certain Uruguayan striker who's cosplaying as a striker. He's actually not a football player. I don't know how he made it to this level. 64 million pile of shit. We all know who he is. He could be headed the other way. And if some way, somehow, Napoli take away that guy, hashtag that guy from us, wallahi, wa billahi, wa tallahi, I am buying a Napoli shirt and I'm hanging it up behind me and I'm saying thank you, Napoli. Because it would be the best thing that Napoli Football Club has done since signing Maradona. You have set us all free. And I would like to thank you for the rest of my life, because I don't think thank you would be enough. I'm going to start supporting Napoli in the Italian league. He who shall not be named, exactly, Sipsko. I'm going to start supporting Napoli in the Italian league because they have freed us finally once and for all. And we can get rid of the 64 million pile of shit, who again, by the way, yesterday missed 3 clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities, and we finally can be free. And there's another player who actually has a very good reputation in Italy. You get me? Italia se desta di Helmo di Scipio Federico Chiesa. Ladies and gentlemen, that's another player that has been linked to a move with Napoli. We can use both players to our advantage. We can literally use both players to our advantage. I don't think PSG can offer something in return like we can from a Napoli perspective. But there's a reason why the second part of my title is Richard Hughes useless again. Everyone knows I'm FSG out. I'm always going to be FSG out. I'm completely done with Fenway Sports Group. I think they're the worst ownership group in the entirety of the Premier League. But when you put Richard Hughes in this position, he should know how to behave. He should know how to operate. He should also do his job. Because what happened in the summer is not completely on FSG. Richard Hughes need to hold accountability. Michael Edwards need to hold accountability. People in the positions that sit behind desks, sitting on a seat, getting paid a lot of money by Liverpool Football Club should also know how to operate. And as a matter of fact, I'm going to prove a point that it's not just me. Everyone in the chat, regardless whether you're FSG out, FSG in, even if you're not a Liverpool fan, rate Richard Hughes out of 10 so far in his Liverpool career. Go ahead. You tell me. Give me a rating out of 10. 10 being the best, 0 being the worst. Give me a rating. Give me a rating right now. What would you rate Richard Hughes out of 10? Read the chat. I think anything above a 0, you're being way too nice. You're being way too nice if you give him anything, and I mean anything above a 0. Because quite literally, in the words of Chill, he's done nothing. How can you give... Look at this guy. You're supposed to be Egyptian. You're supposed to be well educated. Minus infinity equals infinity. You fraud. Anyway. So the reason why I give him a 0 out of 10 is because he hasn't done his job so far. He has not extended any contract, and he hasn't really done anything of note at all at Liverpool Football Club. And some people say, regarding the slot stuff, I think the slot stuff was more Michael Edwards. I doubt Richard Hughes walks into the club and makes that big of a decision directly. That was way more, a lot more Michael Edwards, and that's maybe where someone of the higher ups will get involved a bit more than the sporting director. Even though the sporting director has to sign off on it, that's a way too big of a decision just for Richard Hughes to be making it. And when it comes to Kvaratskhelia walks into this Premier League and is automatically the second best winger in the whole league. Kvaratskhelia is better than Bukayo Saka. Kvaratskhelia is better than Cole Palmer. Kvaratskhelia is better than a lot of these players that are highly rated in the English Premier League. Kvaratskhelia is the best left winger in the league the moment he steps foot in it. Kvaratskhelia is better than Gakpo, and better than Diaz, and better than Jota, and better than he who shall not be named, and better than Federico Chiesa. The season that Napoli won the league, Kvaratskhelia was nicknamed Kvaradona by the Napoli players. Kvaratskhelia is one of the best players in world football, one of the best wingers in world football. He is absolutely unbelievable. And people talk about GA. Even if you are a GA merchant, the season that Napoli finished 10th, and you can go check the statistics, the season that Napoli finished 10th, the really bad season that they had, Kvaratskhelia had 17 GA in 34 games, which means that he literally had 1 GA every 2 games in one of the deadest Napoli sides that existed. One of the deadest Napoli sides. And as a matter of fact, 80 million euros, because let me just convert this, 80 euros to pounds. 65, let's say, 65 million pounds is a bargain for Kvaratskhelia. It's literally a bargain because he's a game changer. I was asked the question yesterday, would you take Bukayo Saka to replace Salah? And I said, this is no insult to Bukayo Saka as he's a fantastic player. I would want a player with a bit more personality. Kvaratskhelia has personality. Ask people who watch Serie A. Call up your friend who watches the Italian league and you can ask him. You can have a conversation with him and he'll tell you. These players that play in the Italian league have to be difference makers because they have to have the ability to do something out of nothing. They have to have the ability to create something out of nothing, create something out of quite literally nothing. And this is what creates that separation from the elite and from the very good and from the good. 65 million for Kvaratskhelia is daylight robbery. You get me? Because you should be able, like, you could get Kvaratskhelia for 100 million plus easily if this wasn't his current situation at Napoli. So speaking of opportunistic, this sounds like a good opportunity for Liverpool Football Club, you know. And when it comes to Kvaratskhelia, there's a word that Mo always uses. Big up Judge Mo, massive fraud, but big up to him. He uses the word personality. He uses the word presence. Kvaratskhelia has that. He has the presence. He has the personality. He has the ability to take the ball and create something out of nothing. Quite literally create something out of nothing. And I think that's what creates the separation from Kvaratskhelia and others. And now, here come the part where you're all going to be upset. Here come the part where you're all going to be a little bit mad. Now it's on the club to execute. Now it's on the club to execute. And I would like to introduce you to Liverpool Football Club. Biggest club in England, yet the biggest bitch in the transfer window. Spud me, G's. Biggest club in England, yet the biggest bitch in the transfer window. Would I be shocked if somehow we fumble this? Absolutely not. Because in the words of Ange Postecoglou, it's who we are, mate. I have acknowledged and I have accepted. This is who we are. Liverpool Football Club is the biggest club in England. Most successful club in English football. But we're also the biggest bitch in the transfer window. And in order to improve yourself and in order to become better, you must acknowledge this. For the past 3-4 years, you know, we've had Salah, we've had Alisson, we've had Trent, we've had Van Dijk, we've had a better version of Robertson. We won 0 league titles in 4 years. Ask yourself why. Because we have failed to execute in the transfer window. And I think this is one of the main problems with this conversation. And this is unfortunately the reality. We haven't executed in these transfer windows. We get to the level where we see someone like that and we want to execute. And I'll tell you something. I think this comes from Slot as well. I'll give you the small analysis from the Slot perspective. I think Slot wants to play a fluid front three. The best front three in Slot's mind, in my opinion, is probably Diaz, Gakpo, and Salah. All three of them can interchange. All three of them can play either side of the wing and down the middle. And they have interchanged during games. This is one thing we have to keep into perspective, ladies and gentlemen. So I think Slot maybe is looking in that Kvaratskhelia equation and he's thinking, yo, if I get Kvaratskhelia and I have probably the most fluid front three in the whole league. Literally the most fluid front three in the whole league. You got Salah on the right. You got literally Gakpo, Diaz, Kvaratskhelia for the other two positions. For the other two positions, you can make a decision and you can go for it. You can make a decision and you can go for it. Now, we have to offload someone in order to get Kvara in. Someone must be offloaded. We must tell someone thank you for your services, or thank you for your lack of services, and see you later. There is an issue here, though. There is an issue. Unfortunately for us, but this is reality. I'm not worried about PSG as much as I'm worried about those blue bastards. I must remain humble, and I must admit, Chelsea have shut us up twice in these transfers. The reason why they've done that is, I would like to introduce you all to Todd Bowley and Iqbali, known as the two psychopaths who want to win, who want to take this to the next level. If Chelsea are seriously trying to make a bid for Kvaratskhelia, then my confidence levels are even worse. And I always speak about ambitious owners, and I always talk about the wanting to win, the willing to win, the ambition, the idea that you as an institution want to win. If we had Todd Bowley in charge of Liverpool Football Club instead of Fenway Sports Group, we get this deal sorted, and he's a Liverpool player by tomorrow. But we don't. So we're going to negotiate, and we're going to try to pay in installments, and we're going to try to do all this extra shit, because that's just who we are. People need to understand this. That's literally just who we are. It's who we are. It's what we are as an institution, and we must accept this. We're not an institution that puts winning first. We don't put winning first. Big up to all the super chatters, by the way. They're all star. Don't worry, I'll come to them in a second. But we're not a win at all cost institution. We're simply not. That's just the reality of the situation. You can get mad, you can get pissed off, you can say, Husam, you're negative. You can say a lot of things that you feel like saying, that you want to say, that you think, maybe Husam is being disingenuous here, or Husam saying something that's not true. But the reality of the situation, we are not a win-first club. We are not a win-at-all-cost club. That's simply not who we are. That is quite literally not who we are. We are not that type of club. We are the type of club that wants to save money here and there, that wants to create this sustainable model. But guess what? The sustainable model does not exist anymore, because you have to spend money to make money. You have to spend money to be successful. You have to spend money to take your club levels and levels and levels beyond. That's just the truth. You cannot take yourself to the next level if you don't spend money at a high caliber. As a matter of fact, watch what Manchester City are doing right now. Manchester City are on a madness, and I mean madness, because they're signing players left, right, and center. They're signing from Brazil. They're signing from everywhere around the world. They're getting this guy, that guy, and the other, and the third, and let's sign this guy, and let's sign that guy. That's just who we are. We're signing all these players. We're going towards all these players. We're doing all of this. That's what Manchester City is, because they want to win. We're not like that. We are just literally not like that. The question now becomes as well, because I have to also have an honest conversation about this whole like Kvaratskhelia thing. Why are we getting another left winger? Like, I think Kvaratskhelia, listen, no club in the planet should say no to Kvaratskhelia. Unless you're Real Madrid, you already have 3 left wingers, Unless you're Real Madrid. Other than that, I don't think any club in the whole planet should say no to Kvaratskhelia. I really don't. But at the same time, I must acknowledge, I'm looking at this current Liverpool side, and I'm thinking, we definitely need a center back and a left back and a DM. So where are we going with this, mate? Where are we really going with this, bro? Like, where are we really going with this? Because in case you guys are unaware, Joe Gomez is injured. Konate is made from Weetabix, and he's been huffing and puffing the last 2 games. And Kwanzaa is busy texting models and not focused on his football anymore. Is Kvaratskhelia an upgrade on what we have? You damn right, he's an upgrade on what we have. But I wouldn't necessarily say it's exactly what we need right now. I mean, it's the first time in a while we haven't scored a goal yesterday. Usually we do score. Usually we do score. Usually we do take our chances. Usually we do all of this. Like, usually we score goals. Our problem is probably a bit more defensive. We need someone like a center back, someone like a DM, someone like who plays in those positions. And that's where I have to question as well, like the decision making of this club. Yes, Kvaratskhelia is a massive upgrade on Gakpo, Diaz, and every Liverpool forward not called Salah. But at the same time, I'm looking at the midfield and the center backs, and I'm like, yo, where are we going with this? So let me present you the scenario from hell, which no one has spoken about. But I always read through all these PR machines and I read through all this information. What if Kvaratskhelia is the Salah replacement? Ooh, Husam just dropped a bomba. Oh, shit. You didn't think about it that way? You didn't? What if this means that Salah leaves? Obviously not now in January, but what if this means that he leaves in the summer? What if this possibly means that he's not going to get a contract? I don't know about that, mate. I don't know. Who else has thought about that scenario? I want to ask the chat. Who else has actually thought about that scenario? And there's by the way, there's also, just so everyone knows, no one is safe. No one is safe, literally no one. It could be Nunez going, it could be Chiesa going, it could be Luis Diaz going. You want to know who I tell you is the safest member of the front line right now? Write this down right now. All of you write it down. Remember, Husam told you this. You want to know who the safest member of the front line is that isn't going to get sold? I want to see if you guys actually realize what's happening. I want you all to just wake up for a second. Look at all the front line right now. Who's the safest? Who has the highest job security? Say it in the chat right now. One name. There's no ors. Nevermore, I'll block you. Write one name in the chat. The people are awake. The people are awake. Oh, they realize what's going on. Oh, they realize what's going on, mate. You see the people that are awake, Habibis? See the people that are awake? The people are realizing. I think the frontline member that is the safest is Cody Gakpo. That's the one player I'm almost like, as crazy as it sounds, I could almost guarantee that he stays at Liverpool Football Club. The other five, I don't know. Stamp on it right now. Write it down. Write it down. Clip it. Clip it. Cody Gakpo remains at Liverpool Football Club. Remember what I said? I know what I'm saying. I'm not making shit up. He's staying. So now we looked at the other five. Who's the most likely to leave? Most likely to leave is either Chiesa or Darwin Nunez. Those two are the most likely to leave out of everyone else. So most likely, let's go. We've said least likely. Most likely to leave is either Nunez or Chiesa. Even though he only joined us 6 months ago, maybe it's not working out. Maybe he's not learning the system. Maybe he's not getting used to it, whatever it is. Those two could be the ones that leave. Then you have Jota, Diaz, Salah. Let's look at those three. Luis Diaz. Already, anytime his dad does an interview, he speaks about his dream of playing for FC Barcelona. He already speaks about that dream of playing for FC Barcelona. He said that as well. He said that 100 million times. Would I be shocked if Luis Diaz leaves? No. I mean, Luis Diaz has been linked to a move away probably, the last 3 transfer windows? Would I be shocked if Arne Slot has had enough of Jota's lack of reliability and he wants Jota to leave? No, I wouldn't be shocked. Now, the other least likely one is the Salah one, but I only mentioned that scenario because it's a possibility. I'm not talking about it as a probability. I'm talking about it as a possibility. So I'll tell you from most likely to leave to least likely to leave. Number 1, most likely to leave, Darwin Nunez. Number 2, Federico Chiesa. Number 3, Luis Diaz. Number 4, Diego Jota. Number 5, Salah. Number 6, Gakpo. I think Gakpo is the safest, and I think Nunez is the least safe. That's how I'm analyzing this whole situation. It's time. It's time to hopefully once and for all just be free, mate. You cannot sit back, relax, you get me, and enjoy the moment that useless scumbag leaves this football club. 64 million pile of shit, 2.5 years of excuses, of nonsense from so-called Liverpool fans who have seen Robbie Fowler, who have seen Emil Heskey, who have seen Michael Owen, who have seen Fernando Torres, who have seen Luis Suarez. You come up here and you make excuses day in, day out for someone missing clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities. For the 100th time yesterday, the same exact move, Salah to Nunez, and he misses. Where was Salah? Where was Salah? Where was Salah? Yesterday, he created the most dangerous chance for us the whole game, but Darwin Nunez misses it right in front of goal, and we say, oh my God, he isn't supposed to score that because that's not a big chance, because we make excuse after excuse after excuse. People laugh at Heskey, but you want to know something? This is how I know you're younger gen. Aaron, talk about Heskey in the early 2000s. Do you want me to play you a Heskey goals compilation in a new tab right now so you'll know who Emil Heskey is? Forget what KSI was doing with content 10 years ago. Go watch Heskey and Michael Owen partnership. Go watch that shit. Go watch it. Emil Heskey used to turn players, score goals with the left, score goals with the right. Forget about what KSI memeing him and all that shit. Heskey was a very good footballer. Heskey was a very good footballer, scored unbelievable goals. If I share screen right now and show you some of the goals that Emil Heskey scored, you'll be shocked. You watch Daniel Sturridge, you watch all these players, and you come here and you make excuse after excuse after excuse. I have never ever seen a player have as many excuses made for him. Have as many excuses made for him as this guy. You get me? That's just the reality of the situation. That's just the reality of the situation. That same exact chance that Nunez missed yesterday. How many times have you seen him miss it? I don't even want you to exaggerate. I want you to give me a genuine number in the chat. Salah pass across, Nunez runs in, near post. How many times have you seen him miss that same exact chance? Give me a number. Give me a number from you as a Liverpool fan. How many times have you seen that same exact chance being missed by Nunez? Give me a number. No, don't say 70, 90. Give objective answer. How many times have you seen him miss it? I've seen him miss that same exact specific chance probably around maybe 18, 19, 20 times. That same exact chance. I'm not talking about different ones. I'm not talking about tap-ins. I'm talking about the same exact chance. This is what I'm talking about. I'm talking about Salah has the ball here. This is Salah. Salah has the ball here on the wing. He passes it into the penalty box. This is Darwin Nunez. This is Darwin Nunez. He runs here towards the ball and he just misses direct. 100 million times. That same exact chance. And at the end of the day, one thing we must keep in check is, and we must also have an honest conversation about this, acknowledge this. It's time for us to just start saying it as it is from now on as Liverpool fans. I understand we all have favorites. I know Vel is going to defend Robertson and Curtis Jones. I know that you know, maybe someone like Shatat Ads is going to defend Luis Diaz. I know people will defend people. But all these players have done something for Liverpool Football Club at some point in time. Luis Diaz was at least part of that quadruple charge season where we did a whole lot of stuff. Cody Gakpo went to the Euros, was in the Euros team of the tournament, playing left wing, cooking on that left-hand side for Netherlands. Salah, I don't need a reason to defend him. You all know already. Hell, even Jota has had massive moments for Liverpool Football Club. Why are we defending someone that has done nothing for us? What has he done in order for you to defend him to this level? And I will end this Darwin Nunez hate segment on a simple question. And I'm being deadly serious right now. I am genuinely not even joking. I am not even exaggerating. Would you swap Darwin Nunez for Wissa from Brentford? Forget Mbuemo, Wissa, his partner. Put one in the chat if you would make that swap deal. Wissa. Not Mbuemo, Wissa. Put one in the chat if you would make that deal. You send Nunez to Brentford, you get Wissa. Would you do it? Put one in the chat if you would do that. Look how many ones in the chat. And I'll be honest with you, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. The reason why I'm proud of it is people are finally waking up. The Darwin Nunez hate club has been closed. It's closed long ago. It's closed long ago. But the people are at least waking up. Because I've had enough of 2.5 years of abuse, people calling me a fake Liverpool fan, people insulting me, people saying all sorts of things. Guys, all I wanted was like from when I first started content, I'm as passionate as a fan as they come. I've always wanted Liverpool Football Club to win. I've always wanted Liverpool Football Club to succeed. My main target as a Liverpool fan is Liverpool win. Liverpool win is what I want. That is literally, quite literally, the only thing that I want. The only thing that I want is for Liverpool Football Club to be successful. People called me a fake fan. People racially abused me. People were Islamophobic towards me. People insulted me, all sorts of insults. But alhamdulillah, Fadl Rabbil Alameen. I'm just Husam from Jordan. I'm nobody. But alhamdulillah, I have rhino skin. You can insult me, you can say whatever you want. I just move on with my life because your insult is not going to change my life. But 2.5 years later, people are, it's just trendy now to say that Darwin Nunez is ass. Yeah, but we saw he was ass from literally the first month. From his debut at Anfield against Crystal Palace, missed 3 sitters and then got sent off. Do you think that's a sign of a player that's going to cook at this football club? It's never going to happen. Was I harsh on Luis Diaz? I probably was harsh on Luis Diaz. I probably was. And I'm going to defend Curtis Jones. As a matter of fact, was I harsh on Curtis Jones? Yes, I was. Yes, I was. Curtis Jones is not that bad. I want to say something. People are scapegoating Curtis Jones for the game yesterday. Why are we scapegoating Curtis Jones? Curtis Jones is actually having his best season in a Liverpool shirt. Jones had a really good game against Liverpool and had multiple very good games this season. Curtis Jones is the same player that pocketed Cole Palmer and scored a goal against Chelsea. He's a good player. He's a good player. Curtis Jones was not the reason why we lost the game yesterday. Curtis Jones was not the reason why we lost the game yesterday. Why is everyone attacking Curtis Jones for no reason whatsoever? If there is a reason to attack him, I will attack him with you. But it has nothing to do with Curtis Jones. People are just tired. People are just so tired of Darwin Nunez that you have become immune to actually criticizing the people that deserve criticism. Darwin Nunez came on the pitch yesterday and missed 3 clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities. That's 3 goals right there. That's a 3-1 win. That's us through to the final already. What did Curtis Jones do that was wrong yesterday? He's a squad player. He wasn't even the worst player on the pitch yesterday or anything. Does he have his flaws? Yes. I agree with you. I don't think Curtis Jones is the best midfielder. I think he is. But overall this season, he's had a good season. He's had a good season. I don't think Curtis Jones has been that bad. Now, if Arne Slot plays him in the 10, that's on Arne Slot. That has nothing to do with Curtis. Curtis doesn't knock on Arne Slot's door and go like, yeah, play me in this position, please. That's not on him, bro. That's not on him. It's not up to him where he gets played by the manager. That's not his choice. It's not like he chooses to be played there. That has nothing to do with him. That has absolutely nothing to do with him. So let's just take a step back and understand. There are players that have been bad overall this season. And as a matter of fact, I will ask the chat, who's been Liverpool's 3 worst players this whole season? If anyone says Trent, I know you're just living in the moment and referring to the United game. It's up to you if you think Trent, but name the 3 worst Liverpool players this season. For me, Robertson, Kwanzaa, and Darwin. Those have been the 3 worst Liverpool players this season, for me personally. Kwanzaa, Darwin, Robertson. Honestly, this is no agenda, no nothing. This is not an agenda. This is not me making stuff up. Those are the 3 that I think have been the worst players for Liverpool Football Club this season. This shows that I have no agenda. I notice as well that there are other players that are having very bad seasons. Who's been Liverpool's 3 best players this season? Salah, Gravenberch, and I would probably say Big Virg. Salah, Gravenberch, Virgil would be the 3 best players. Salah, Virgil van Dijk, and Gravenberch have been the 3 best players for us this season. I'm not here for agendas. I'm not here for just screaming against the player and saying all this stuff. I want my club to succeed, bro. I want my club to win. That is it. That is all. I've quite literally never had another agenda against a player. Never. And I don't live in the moment. Okay, Curtis Jones wasn't good yesterday, but he's not the reason why we lost that game. He isn't. As a matter of fact, you want to know the main reason why we lost yesterday's game? You know who's at fault for the goal? Konate. Konate's been an absolute rock for us this season. Konate's been absolutely incredible for us this season. But we have to be honest, yesterday's game, he's probably to blame. Because he gets shoved off the ball from Solanke way too easily. Way too easily. Solanke just pushes him off the ball. Just gets shrugged off. I know he isn't fully fit, but in that moment, he's like the reason why we conceded the goal. So this is the thing with this conversation. So people want to sit up here and want to scapegoat. I don't scapegoat Darwin Nunez. He's actually rubbish. He's actually trash. Kwanzaa hasn't had a good game probably for us this whole season. Andy Robertson's crosses every time hit first man. And he can defend. And he got spun by multiple right wingers. That's what I call having a bad season. Not Curtis Jones, who's been like very good probably for what, 80% of this year, and has had 1 bad game or 2 bad games. That doesn't warrant us talking about, oh, let's have a conversation about Curtis Jones. For what? He's been good this season. He's outperforming his expectations. And this brings us back to this transfer talk, because we have to make it all relate to this. I promise you all, I would not be shocked whatsoever if I wake up tomorrow, inshallah, happy, safe, and healthy, bi'idhnillah, and we see that Liverpool have pulled away from Kvaratskhelia because Napoli want too much money, or they want the release clause all at once, or whatever shit reason there is. I would not be shocked whatsoever if the psychopath brothers, Iqbali and Bowley, get involved and steal Kvaratskhelia from underneath our noses. Here is the thing that I want to explain to everyone. I will defend Liverpool Football Club in front of rivals. I will defend Liverpool Football Club in any scenario that includes rivals. But the one thing that I want you to understand is we are the biggest club in England, and we are the biggest bitch in the transfer window because we get bitched about. We're not serious. If we acted our size in the transfer window, we wouldn't be in this position to begin with. We wouldn't. I wish we would act in the transfer window like a big club. We'd have 2-3 extra league titles. We'd have probably 2-3 more like Champions Leagues, maybe a Europa, maybe an FA Cup here and there, maybe a Carabao Cup here and there. Klopp would have left the English Premier League with what? Like maybe double the amount of trophies that he had originally. And these are the things that I always say. And people always like think that I'm joking. People always think that I'm making stuff up. But this is reality. In order for us to be the biggest club in England in the transfer window, FSG must sell the club and move on, or else it's never going to happen. Now, as we've discussed the most negative scenarios, we can also talk about the most positive ones. Liverpool are 3 transfers away from winning the quadruple. I'll say this publicly in front of 800 people. By the way, make sure you guys are liking and subscribing. I'm so passionate about this topic right here because I want us to win so bad. I haven't even looked at the like button yet. How many likes are we on? Look at this. Look. 800 people in here. We're not even at 300 likes yet. Guys, have some shame and some decorum. Have some shame. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel. It's a free button. You frauds. Close the live chat. Like the video. And continue to enjoy the stream. Because this is a very interactive stream. We're talking to each other. We're having an honest conversation about Liverpool Football Club. It's like 3 a.m. local Jordanian time. Yeah, like the video. It's free. Close the live chat. Like the video. Come back to the live chat because I have a lot of questions to ask you. So like and subscribe right now. Stop what you're doing. Hit the like button, subscribe. Big up all the super chatters. I know you guys have sent them and you want to address certain topics, but I'm literally mid-speech and I'm passionate about a lot of these things. Look, when it comes to this, I'm going to say this again. We are 3 signings away from winning the quadruple. Hear this again. I want this to stick to all of your or minds. We are literally 3 signings away from winning a quad. Do you understand? Do you understand? If we sign Zubimendi, if we sign Kvaratskhelia, and give me, let's say, whichever center back that can play, let's say Schlotterbeck. I'm not even going to say anything crazy. Schlotterbeck. Let's say we sign Schlotterbeck, Zubimendi, and Kvaratskhelia. Who's stopping us? Who? Who's stopping us? Who? Premier League would be sealed, locked and loaded. Write the Liverpool name on the English Premier League. 20-time champions. Write it down. Champions League, you can never disrespect Real Madrid, but that would be way more than enough to take them down. Carabao Cup, Spurs, Newcastle, and Arsenal. Do me a favor. FA Cup would depend on draws, but should be good to go for that competition as well. We would have cooked. If we had any ambitious owner right now, as a matter of fact, if we had Todd Bowley in charge of Liverpool Football Club, we would win the quad this season. We would literally win the quadruple this season. We wouldn't even have to wait for anything. We would quite literally win the quadruple. We would achieve football immortality, ladies and gentlemen, with 3 signings who are all affordable, who all start a Liverpool rebuild that is needed anyway. The rebuild is needed anyway. It's not like it's not needed. We need the rebuild anyway because there are players leaving. There are players we need to upgrade on. But I want you all to come back from this universe back to reality and understand that that will be a scenario that never happens. It is quite literally never going to happen because we are owned by Fenway Sports Group, who do not care about winning, who do not care about success. You offer John W. Henry right here, right now, top 4 for the next 10 years. He is taking it. He is taking it. And this is the sad, sad reality. But despite the fact that it's sad, it's still reality. It can be sad. It can be sad all you want, but it's sad reality. You get what I'm saying? It's not just sad full stop. It is sad reality. Is it sad? Yes. Is it reality? Yes. And that's just the truth. The unfortunate truth. I wish I could come here and can be so confident that we're going to get Kvaratskhelia, but I can never be so confident with these guys as owners. I can simply never be that confident ever. That's just the truth, mate. That's just the truth. And this is the thing that's so frustrating because I always feel like we're so close to winning stuff. We're so close to dominating. We're so close to just absolutely destroying like the English Premier League and creating a dynasty, but we just can't. You can't create a dynasty with unambitious owners. You can't create a dynasty with owners that don't want to win. You can't create a dynasty unless you're all singing off the same hymn sheet, which is, let's win. Fenway Sports Group, for the next 10 years, offer top 4. They would shake your hand. They don't care. They just want to be in those like meetings, Champions League club, Liverpool, it's on my portfolio. But guess what? You'll never see me sell my soul. I have 800 people in here right now watching this stream. Alhamdulillah, 43.5k subscribers. I don't have memberships. I don't need you to pay £5 to be my friend. There is no donhusam.com where you pay a £5 per month subscription to watch exclusive interviews. That's never going to be the case. That's never going to be the case. Listen, opportunities with Liverpool Football Club. As a matter of fact, I probably fit some of the bills. I'm Arab, I'm Muslim, I'm different than what you usually get. It would have been incredible for Liverpool to work with me. I tick off one of the checklists, someone who's a minority in the footballing world. It would be amazing look on Liverpool Football Club. But I'm never going to sell my soul, Habibis. I will never ever sell my soul, ever. I would rather be real, genuine, myself, honest, and be at 43.5k instead of being at 100k. Have you seen the likes of Leo's goals and others and all these little positive fuckers? They're all on like 100K, like this much K. It's not because they're amazing, they're incredible. It's because they've taken the positive approach. I'm not taking the negative approach. I'm taking the real approach. From day one, when I first started this channel, from when I first started talking about football, my only objective is us winning, us dominating. People laugh when they say, we signed Harvey Elliott, Sepp van den Berg, and Adrian, and we won the league the year after. Yeah, but we won the league the year after because of previous investments. Did Sepp van den Berg play a part in us winning the league? No. Harvey Elliott at the time? No. Adrian is the reason why we got eliminated from the Champions League. Could have done a double. We were top of the English Premier League. We signed Ozan Kabak and Ben Davies. There's a reason why a lot of us right now are not 100% confident that we're going to win the league. Why? PTSD. As a matter of fact, we need a center back. Where is he? We need a DM. Where is he? We won everything that we won in spite of FSG, not because of FSG. That's just the reality. You think the world of podcasting, you think the world of guys, there is stuff that I know that maybe one day I will reveal, maybe one day I will speak about. I'll tell you who actually owns these channels. There's a lot of things that you guys don't know. You think really certain channels are channels actually for the fans, by the fans? Oh, there's a lot of shit that you guys don't know. I know the companies that own some of these YouTube channels. I know the incentive behind all of this bullshit. I know exactly how it works. I know exactly how this whole operation works. I know how it is. All I've ever wanted was Liverpool dominate, create a dynasty, succeed. I always mention the Golden State Warriors, even though it's a different competition. The NBA is different to football. I acknowledge this. But they broke the NBA regular season record for wins. They decided, because they lost on the NBA title, to go sign KD. They proceeded to win 2 NBA titles in a row. 2 NBA championships in a row. While they were the best team ever, they went and got one of the best scorers in the history of basketball ever to play in their team. And they proceeded to win 2 NBA championships. Why are Arsenal not getting over the line now? Why aren't Arsenal getting over the line? Ask yourself. Why? Arteta, certain players, blah, blah, blah. No problem. Okay, I agree with you. But it's for the same reason. If Sheikh Mansour owned Liverpool Football Club, or if Mukesh Ambani, because this is not just about Arab owners, this is about ambitious owners. If Mukesh Ambani owned Liverpool Football Club, or if any owner with ambition from anywhere in this planet, the president of El Salvador, if you would like, someone like Todd Bowley from the US, anyone like that owns Liverpool Football Club, we have a lot more trophies. We have a lot more success, ladies and gentlemen. Jurgen Klopp's loyalty was the problem. Jurgen Klopp this, Jurgen Klopp that. Jurgen Klopp wanted Jude Bellingham. Jurgen Klopp wanted Moises Caicedo. Jurgen Klopp wanted Kylian Mbappe. Oh, those are such shit players that Klopp wanted. Klopp wanted to sign Martinelli at Liverpool. As a matter of fact, let me tell you a story that many people don't know. Klopp wanted Harry Kane at Liverpool. Klopp wanted Heung-min Son at Liverpool. Klopp wanted so many good players at Liverpool Football Club. Go figure. Go figure. Klopp wanted these players to come to Liverpool Football Club and make a big difference to our lives. But we never got to that stage. We never got to that level because the club always let us down, unfortunately. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. I wish we had ambitious owners. I genuinely just wish we had ambitious owners, because this whole Klopp era would be looked at so much differently had we just had some owners with some ambition. There's an interview I have played multiple times, and I just want to play this for you guys again. These are the words of Kylian Mbappe himself on Liverpool 4 years ago. Watch and listen. Just watch and listen. Forget anything I've said. Just listen to Kylian Mbappe himself.
What Liverpool do in this moment is amazing. It's amazing. They lost 0 game. That's not easy. The guy are focus and play every game. They play and they win. They win. They win. They are like machine.
And Trent Alexander-Arnold stole your...
Yeah, I saw. I saw. I'm proud. But this guy is amazing.
And to talk about Mohamed Salah, is one of the best players in the world. In the sixth finalist in the list of the Global Soccer Awards. He scored a lot of goals for Liverpool. He make the difference. I love to watch him play, so he's a great player.
That's what Mbappe said about Liverpool 4 years ago. Mbappe, the sexiest football in the world, like the hottest prospect, said this about us. We proceeded to sign Harvey Elliott, Sepp van den Berg, and Adrian. MashaAllah. MashaAllah. We are paying for that transfer window till this day. When you're this attractive, sign players that want to go to a club that is this attractive. Don't go sign Harvey Elliott and Sepp van den Berg and Adrian, who could be signings that any club could make. If you go back to the year 2020 and you saw Crystal Palace sign Adrian, Harvey Elliott, and Sepp van den Berg, would you be shocked or surprised? No, you wouldn't be. No, you would not be. Did you guys see Isak's goal? Did you guys see Isak's goal against Arsenal? You want to know one of the clubs that was offered Isak last summer? Liverpool Football Club. Because Newcastle needed to sell. They needed a centre back. We could have given them Joe Gomez and 70 million, 80 million, and we could have gotten Alexander Isak as the striker at Liverpool Football Club. We could have gotten Isak at Liverpool, guys. We'd have gotten Isak. Now, because they've done everything that they need to do financially, he's going to cost 150 million. Enjoy, mate. Enjoy. Yoro, Caicedo, Bellingham, Isak, Gordon. I could go on and on and on and on and on. Mbappe, fumble. So I'm supposed to be confident with Kvaratskhelia? I'll tell you when I'm confident. When we get club statement. Liverpool Football Club announced Kvaratskhelia. And he's doing an interview. That's the only time I'm going to fully believe it. We have fumbled. Zubimendi, Yoro, Caicedo, Bellingham, Chouameni, Mbappe. Fumble. Isak, Gordon. Come on. This is the thing that I just want people to understand. We are Fumble FC in the transfer window. Yet we're the biggest club in England. Thank you, Klopp. People revise Jurgen Klopp's career. Thank you, Jurgen Norbert Klopp, for making this club great again. Thank you for taking this club to the mountaintop despite having to carry Fenway Sports Group on your back all the way across up to the top of the mountain. While Pep Guardiola has Sheikh Mansour pushing him on a wheelbarrow all the way up the mountain. Thank you, Jurgen. Not cuss Jurgen, not talk about his tactics, not talk about all this BS that people bring up. Thank you. Because you're the reason why Liverpool became the sexiest name in world football for a period of about 2 to 3 years. We became the it club. We became the model club. Thank you, Jurgen Klopp, for making this football club successful. Thank you for taking us to that level. Only manager I've seen in my life. And I'm 30 years old this season. This year, I'm going to be 30. Only league title I've seen in my life. Jurgen Norbert Klopp. Thank you, Klopp. I'm not like Ryan. I'm not like these people who insult Klopp and try to change his career. He was an unbelievable manager. Great manager. Changed their lives. And he won in spite of FSG. And you want to know who's also an unbelievable manager? Arne Slot. You want to know who deserves to get backed? Arne Slot. You want to know who has earned Liverpool Football Club supporting him in the transfer window? Arne Slot. Will we support him? Probably not. Because we're the same club that let Klopp down will be the same club that let Slot down will be the same club that let any Liverpool Football Club manager down. Ever. Ever. That's just the reality. That is literally the reality of the situation. Anyway, let me go to these super chats and discuss the opinions of the people, see what you guys are saying. Big up to all of you guys. Please like the video. Please subscribe. I don't know how many likes we're on after I gave the Kumbaya speech with the like button. So big up to all of you guys. Like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're ready to do so. Thank you for 43.5k. There's a Liverpool show tomorrow as well with all the guys. I'm going to ask them about their opinions as well on all these transfers and stuff. So please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Big up to BIG who says Nunez plus Chiesa plus 40 million. Trust the nerds. I spent 2 months last summer trusting the nerds. I spent 2 years I spent 2 months trusting the nerds, and then the nerds stabbed me in the back, which makes me now say never trust a nerd. Never ever trust a nerd. That's just the reality, mate. The fact that people think we aren't already speaking to him is hilarious. If we brief Ornstein 1000%, we're talking to him simply with Diaz plus Gakpo. Yes, this is the one thing that gives me a little bit of confidence. If Ornstein and Joyce have been briefed, then definitely the club is doing something. So we have definitely reached out to Kvaratskhelia. We definitely have. Now, what happens if he becomes like a Liverpool player? I don't know. Where do we go from here? I have no idea. But we've definitely done something, because people say stuff like PR. Yeah, but if Kvaratskhelia rejects us and says no, it's negative PR, because we've been rejected by 6 million players already. So getting rejected again is not PR, because it's shit PR. It's bad PR. Big up to you. Big up my guy Mustafa. Big up to you. Shukran Habibi for the super chat. He says if we can get Kvaratskhelia, I think we'll offload Nunez and Diaz of the summer, then sign a striker. I'm down. I'm down. Listen, any upgrade is good upgrade. Anyone that can upgrade on what we have is a good upgrade. One extra thing that I will tell you about Kvaratskhelia as well, and we need to keep this in mind. This could be something, you guys. Please understand this. Please understand this. Kvaratskhelia can also play the number 10. Which means Kvaratskhelia could just play ahead of Gravenberch and McAllister. He can play in the 10, and he could be behind the front three that we have. Keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. If we get him, I think Diaz will be moved up front. I think Diaz has been moved up front. I think Diaz has already been moved up front. As a matter of fact, I think he's probably the first choice. I think he's probably the first choice for Arne Slot. I don't think he trusts Jota enough or anything. You get me? So yeah, that's the thing that I will say. That's the thing that I will say. So yeah, that's what I will say. You know. So yeah, big up you guys. Big up. Big up to Freezy who says Chelsea's whole plan is copy our targets. No, I hear it. I hear it. I hear it. You get me? It's fair, but Chelsea have signed their own targets as well. Chelsea have signed their own targets as well, I'll be honest with you. They have done. They have done. They have done. Kvara in the Conference League. Yeah, but Jack, here's the thing. Allah محييك يا كيمو. Here's the thing that I want to say to you, bro. Here's the thing that I want to say to you. Here's the thing that I want to tell you, bro. With the Conference League conversation, we said the same thing with Caicedo. We said the same thing with all these players. We said it. Chelsea didn't even have Europe with Lavia. Chelsea are an attractive club. We must accept this. We must accept it. Kvara can also play in the number 10 role. Diaz most likely is leaving in the summer. I hate Nunez with every fiber of my being. Same. Like, comment, and subscribe if you are feeling the vibe. That's the thing. That's the thing that I've tried to explain as well. Listen, he could play the 10. He could play the 10. You get me? That's just the reality of the situation. He could play the 10. Like it's just the truth of the matter. He can play the 10. You get me? He could play the 10. And hopefully that makes a massive difference to our lives. Hopefully. And yeah, make sure you guys are listening to me and liking and subscribing. And I do hate Nunez as well. If I could buy one player, it would be Shoughton. Ikram, Habibi. Ikram. When you say, if I could buy one player, you say Shoughton. Habibi, when someone says, if I could buy one player, give me an amazing name. Give me the name of someone unbelievable. Tell me, if I could sign one player, I would get Kvara, I would get Zubimendi. You're saying Shoughton? Shoughton is very gettable. As a matter of fact, if you want me to go, you want to know who I think is the Dutch midfielder for us? Reindeers. Reindeers would be unbelievable at Liverpool Football Club from AC Milan. He's having a great season, Reindeers. Keep this in mind. We don't need Kvara. FSG is joking with us, is what Victola's saying. I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is from Brazil. Right here. Listen, I don't think FSG are joking with us, but they have briefed like the two journalists that we have. So, yeah, like we have briefed these journalists. So it depends. It depends, to be honest with you. Like, what exactly are we doing? I don't know. Hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. He has a kink. Shoot straight at the keeper. You know, I have no idea how many times he's done that same exact thing. I have no idea how many times he's done that same exact thing, bro. Shoot straight at the keeper from that angle. Quite literally, shoot straight at him, bro. Kelleher needs to have a run of games. Alisson is poor, is what Elias is saying. This is very reactionary. Because the same Elias, guys, this is why sometimes I feel like I'm not reactionary. Robertson has been like on the down for the last 3 years. Kwanzaa has not had a good game this whole season. Nunez, 2.5 years of shit. You get me? With Alisson, guys, we are the same people after Newcastle away that said if Alisson was playing in net, we would have won that game. So why this revisionism? Kelleher is nowhere near Alisson's level at all. He's had like 2 or 3 bad games. It's okay, but when he bounces back, he's the best keeper in the world. If PSG Salah offer holds water, listen, I'll tell you something right now. Like, I want to explain this to you. Salah and Nasser Al-Khelaifi, the owner of PSG, are actually friends. This is not PR. This is not BS. This is reality. They're actually friends. Like, they're friends. Keep this in mind. End of January news. Liverpool failed to renew Salah, Van Dijk, Trent. They also lose to Chelsea in the transfer market. Josh, I can't lie to you. This is a valid scenario. Because as I was saying earlier on when I was talking about my club, this is who we are, mate. This is who we are. We're the biggest club in England. We're the biggest club in England success-wise, but in the transfer window, oh God, have we had some howlers. Lavia, Caicedo, everything. Yeah, this is not good enough for me. He's just not good enough for me. Big up to Joe Cavalier, says FSG will not spend. That stops us. I was not wrong. Yeah, but I never said you were wrong, Joe. Me and you are both FSG out, Habibi. Me and you are both FSG out. We are in complete agreement. Would you take Elon Musk or FSG? Look, I'm the biggest FSG outer. I'm the biggest FSG outer there is in the whole planet. I need everyone to understand this. I am completely FSG out. But Elon Musk is a volatile situation. Elon Musk could end up in prison because of he works in politics and a lot of stuff. So I'm not taking Elon Musk at Liverpool Football Club. And there are other reasons as well why I would not take Elon Musk at Liverpool Football Club. But this is not Al Jazeera, mate. So go figure, Habibi. Big up though. If FSG could, they would buy from the Women's League because it. Josh, I love Josh so much, honestly. Josh is one of the people that have consistently. Oh my days, Josh. Josh just said if FSG could, they would buy from the women's league because it makes sense financially. This is one of the truest comments. This is literally one of the truest comments. Like this is such as oh my god, man. Thank you for the super chat, Josh. Thank you for the super chat, bro. Oh my days. Big up, Habibi. Chiesa, Nunez, Alhamdulillah, and Elliot are not safe. People say Elliot are not safe. I'm unsure on that one, but I know Nunez is not safe. Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, Nunez is not safe. You get me. Big up to Shams, who just sends an empty super chat. Shukran, Shams, Habibi. Big up to you. Thank you for the love and support. Smacky Jabbles. Depending on how far the Buccaneers make it in the playoffs will dictate how much Glazer spends in the windows. I know the Cronkies own like the Denver Nuggets as well and something else. Like I get that. Thing is with FSG is they have ran the Boston Red Sox into the ground. Like there is literally no Boston Red Sox fans who likes John W. Henry. They all want him gone. They all want to force him to sell the baseball institution. And there are people from Boston who told me if they buy the Celtics, that people who live in Boston would riot if they see John W. Henry own the Celtics. They would absolutely lose it. So for me, out of all the American owners that own Liverpool Football Club, you know, it's just like I don't know, man. I don't know. This is just not good at all. They're probably the worst ones. They are the worst ones, not probably. Big up. Remember when I told you earlier on the type of comments I get? Honestly, can't stand you. Go support a Muslim team. Last I checked, Reese, there is no such thing as Muslim League, mate. There is no such thing as Muslim League, mate. You know, I was unaware that there's a country called Muslim that has Muslim League. I was unaware of this. How uncultured and uneducated are you? I have no idea. Go support a Muslim team. Damn, I didn't realize there are Muslim teams and non-Muslim teams. Stuff like this. You know, I'm Jordanian. The captain of the Jordanian team is Christian. But you probably don't know that because you're uneducated. It's okay, though. It's okay. Comments like this don't rattle me. I'm glad you can't stand me because it means I'm doing something right. If someone uncultured and uneducated like you hates me, it means I'm doing well in this life. Anyway, big up to all of you guys. Make sure you guys are slapping the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing. This was quite an enjoyable stream. I'm going to be back tomorrow, inshallah, at 11 p.m. UK time with the Liverpool show. We got an unbelievable panel coming on. So big up to all of you guys. Like the video, subscribe. And yeah, we're going to be supporting Liverpool in the FA Cup Christian League this Saturday against Accrington Stanley. Yalla, guys. See you guys later, man. See you guys later. Love, 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 love.